Wuss. How to boost and strengthen your immune system.
I'm going to quickly talk about how to strengthen the immune system and how to boost it. As I said before, I don't have a PhD, I'm not a doctor, I'm not certified in the medical field or anything like that. These are just information that I came across and I use it on my own self to strengthen my immune system. Basically, way back in the days, a couple years back, 5 years or so, before I started on this vegan lifestyle and raw food and clean eating, I was eating everything, drinking sodas, eating candy, hot dogs, name it. I was eating everything and anything. Well, every month or so, I would always catch a cold, like a bad cold. I would have mucus in my nose, blowing snots up my nose, cold up my nose. I had headaches. My immune system was weak. Like every time I would train, after I finished training, maybe a couple of weeks later, I would catch a cold. Or if I go outside without my shirt on and run around, I would catch a cold. So when I started on this vegan lifestyle, um, eventually after a while, I noticed that I wasn't catching a cold anymore. I wasn't getting sick anymore. I would take my shirt off, go outside, I would work out, I would just do everything, train as hard as I wanted, and I would never catch a cold. I had no mucus anymore. I had no headaches. I basically haven't caught a cold in maybe, I can't even recall because it's been so long. But I'm going to give an estimate. I say maybe like 3.5 years or so. I haven't caught a cold. No mucus in my nose, no blowing cold up my nose or nothing. So the way how I did that is just from eating plant-based, eating my bananas, my apples, grapes, my watermelons. I did a lot of fasting too. Like I would fast on melon and lemon juice. Sometimes I fast on water. Like a couple days, maybe like 5 days, a week or so I would fast. Just kind of cut off of the food a little bit and make my digestive system, make my organs take a rest so I can rebuild back my structure again. So as I said, the fasting thing is a different level thing. You have to take your time and eventually you get to that level. But basically what I'm saying is that I've strengthened my immune system through eating plant-based. That's basically it. Just eat your vegetables, eat your fruits. If you're doing vegetarian or vegan, you can steam your broccolis, you can cook your broccolis, but don't cook them for too long until they get soggy and soft. You cook with all the nutrition out of the broccoli or the kale. So you want to just cook it for a little bit and then take it off the stove. You can do your beans, you can do your nuts, your seeds, your herbs. You can do your juicing, so that's basically it. A lot of people do, they take like vitamin C, B12s. I mean, I take a B12 every once in a while. Maybe in a month, I probably take a B12 twice. Maybe in a month, and sometimes I forget to take it because I don't really need it, you know. But as I said, B12s and vitamin C's, that's good to take. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it, but you have to find the right type because there are B12s and vitamin C's out there that the potency is weak. It's not the high grade one. So you have to do your research and find the right type of B12s, the right ones to take. Probiotic enzymes are also good to take. And these are things that I have, but as I said, I probably take these maybe once or twice a month, and sometimes I forget because majority of the food I'm eating, or all the food that I'm eating already contains all the vitamins already and minerals that I need. But this is something that you can have on the side and make sure, as I said before, do your research and find the right potency. They have the low potency and they have the high grade one. So which costs more? So the low potency one probably costs, like say B12. The low potency one probably costs maybe $7. The high potency one is going to run you anywhere from 25 to $50. So, and just like the enzymes, enzymes can run you $80, anywhere from 50 to $80 for the high quality one. So do your research on that, and then you find the right one to take. Next thing to keep your immune system boost up and strengthen it without weakening the immune system is to stay away from antibiotics. Stay away from antibiotics. Antibiotics will weaken your immune system. It will weaken your immune system. Advil, Tylenol, any painkillers will weaken your immune system. Those things break your immune system down, and the more you take the Advil, the more you take the Tylenol, your head hurting you, you're just weakening your immune system, and that's why sometimes you notice when you're taking Advils and Tylenols for headaches, eventually after a while, you probably catch a cold, or you probably get sick after, because it weakens your immune. You know, because as I said, those things are not natural, those things are chemical based. As far as antibiotics, you know, I'm a firm believer of, if it comes to a point where you have an infection and you're fighting the infection, you're fighting the infection, you're fighting the infection, but it seems like whatever you're doing is not working, and you need to, and you have no choice, and you have to take antibiotics. You know, and that's the only way you can be able to save your life. If you don't take antibiotics, you're going to die. Then, you know, that's a good reason. You know, you're going to weigh out the pros and cons, you know, and then you decide, you know, if taking antibiotics is a good way, or if you want, you could just fight it out and then consider life or death. So there's certain things where antibiotics can come in handy. If you have an infection in your foot, you get cut in your foot, you have infection, you didn't clean it properly, because usually if you clean the cut properly, clean the wound properly, it won't get infected. You know, as I said, you can do research on that too. But if you have an infection, maybe bronchitis or some kind of infection in your chest, infection from staph, cuts, whatever is that, whatever infection it is, and you have to take antibiotics, then, you know, that's a choice that you have to make. And as I said, a lot of these things come from the food you're eating. You know, it comes from the alcohol. You know, it just comes from the environment also. So you just have to, you know, just decide when it gets to that point, or maybe it might not get to that point. But as I said, doing antibiotics and painkillers, Advil, Motrin, all those painkillers weaken your immune system. Vaccinations destroy your immune system also. So like the flu shot destroys your immune system, because it's basically giving you the virus. It's giving you the cold, the flu. You see what I'm saying? So you want to keep your immune system up. You want to keep it high, you know. You don't want to take a bunch of vaccinations with chemical base, which is going to destroy your immune system. It doesn't make any sense. You want to keep it natural, plant-based. Doing vaccination, painkillers, leaves you vulnerable to all type of infections, all type of flu, cold, name it. Leaves you open for that, because your immune system is weak. Your immune system is basically at a low level. So, as I said, alcohol is a very good one to lower your immune system, and antibiotics also destroys the good bacteria in your stomach lining, as well as Motrin, Advil, and Tylenol. All those painkillers, they destroy the good bacteria in your stomach. So, as I said, the way how I kept up my immune system is just strictly, you know, eating my fruits, my vegetables, juicing, drink my smoothies, and keep it plant-based, and exercise. And eventually, after a while, you will forget what a cold is. You'll be like, a cold? Man, what is a cold again? Damn, I haven't had that in a while.